I request all the guests to be seated, please, so that we can begin the ceremony. Thank you. Honorable dignitaries, learned delegates, respected teachers and students. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. I am Amal Majid, a PhD scholar from the Department of Mathematics, and I welcome you all to the 4th Punjab University International Conference on Gravitation and Cosmology. This conference has been organized by the Research Group of Gravitation and Cosmology under the skillful supervision of Professor Dr. Muhammad Sharif, Dean, Faculty of Science. This body aimed all of its meticulous and diligent efforts to provide a unique intellectual platform for scholars and researchers from diverse domains of theory of general relativity and its related branches. Stephen Hawking once said, "Scientists have become the bearers of the torch of discovery in a quest for knowledge." Therefore, the objective of this conference is to connect efforts of the mathematical and physical sciences communities to address the latest advances and new challenges on the understanding of cosmos and astronomy. We look forward to getting an exposure to how the best minds in the field are extending the boundaries of knowledge. The remarkable discoveries in the field of astrophysics and astronomy have made it possible to venture deep into the logics of the universe. In this regard, Professor Dr. Asghar Qadir, one of the top theoretical physicists, pioneered the mathematical contributions to the development of relativity, cosmology, and astrophysics. In view of his significant contributions, this conference is dedicated to him on his 75th birthday. Moving on, I am honored that our worthy Vice Chancellor and Chief Guest of this conference, Professor Dr. Niaz Ahmed Akhtar, has joined us on this occasion. I am also pleased to tell you that this conference has been organized by Professor Dr. Muhammad Sharif. I would now like to welcome on stage the esteemed and renowned Pakistani mathematician, Professor Dr. Asghar Qadir, on stage. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. It is now my pleasure to invite on stage Professor Dr. Azad Akhtar Siddiqui, who has joined us from NUST. Thank you, respected sirs, for gracing this occasion with your presence. We now officially begin the ceremony with the recitation of the Holy Quran. Jazakallah. In honor of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, we will now listen to a naat. I would now invite the one person without whose constant effort and supervision this conference would not have been possible. Of course, I am talking about the respected Professor Dr. Muhammad Sharif. For his unparalleled services, he has been awarded with the civilian awards Izaz-e-Fazilat and Tamgha-e-Imtiaz. Please welcome him for the opening remarks.
Thank you. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Our today's chief guest, the worthy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Niaz Ahmed Akhtar, Sitara Imtiaz, Distinguished National Professor Dr. Asghar Qadir, Hilal Imtiaz, honorable guests, distinguished speakers and participants. Ladies and gentlemen and online delegates, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and welcome you to the 4th Punjab University International Conference on Gravitation and Cosmology. I'm extremely delighted to welcome our plenary as well as invited speakers from different parts of the world. For this event, we received about 400 registrations. However, due to COVID-19 and budget constraints, we have invited about 150 delegates who will attend this conference physically. Rest of the participants will join us online. Also, due to international travel constraints, we decided to take all our foreign delegates online. In this conference, there are 63 speakers, including 25 foreign speakers from China, Germany, Italy, Japan, Pakistan, Portugal, Spain, South Africa, Switzerland, UK, USA, and Uzbekistan. The research group of gravitation and cosmology at Department of Mathematics has been regularly organizing scientific activities at national and international level. Few years back, we decided to start the regular conference series after every 3 years on gravitation and cosmology, and here is the fourth version of this series. We have dedicated this conference to Professor Qadir on his 75th birthday, who is the father of gravitational theory in Pakistan. In this conference, we have planned two special sessions. One is devoted to Professor Qadir, and this will be held before closing ceremony, and the other is devoted to Professor Ghulam Shabbir from GIK Institute, a great mathematician and relativist who expired on October 3. This will be held tomorrow before lunch. It is a pleasing note that the agenda of this conference covers a wide range of interesting topics in general relativity and gravitation, alternative theories of gravity, mathematical and relativistic aspects of cosmology, etc. I hope your time here will be stimulating as well as rewarding, and you will develop understanding, reasoning, originality, and creativity in your personality at the end of this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, conferences such as this provide a valuable opportunity for scientists. I'm grateful to the many experts who would share their knowledge this week, and I'm sure you will have fruitful and rewarding exchange. It is my hope that the fourth PUICGC would be able to achieve its objective in providing an effective forum for academicians, researchers, and students to advancing knowledge and research. The research group of gravitation and cosmology is working hard to produce quality research papers as well as MPhil PhD students. During the last 3 years, this group has produced 11 PhD, 55 MPhil scholars, and have published a total of 250 research papers, all in high quality journals with cumulative impact factor more than 600. In this way, we are playing a significant role in university ranking. I would like to take this opportunity to warmly thank the colleagues who have put in a great effort to make this meeting a success. In particular, my warm thanks go to the Scientific Organizing Committee and Local Organizing Committee. I must appreciate the hard work of Dr. Zaim and Dr. Zishan, who have been the key persons in the organization of this conference. I'm also grateful to my office people, in particular Mr. Imran and Mr. Akram Basha, who have worked hard for arranging this conference. Thanks are also due to all those people who have helped me directly or indirectly to organize this conference. This time we have made a new experience through the joint venture of Solid State Physics, Space Science Department, and High Energy Physics. For this purpose, I really thankful to their directors. They all are our partners in this conference. Finally, my special thanks go to the worthy Vice Chancellor, who has always been a source of generous support and inspiration for me. I hope our distinguished guests will enjoy a comfortable stay as well as the traditional hospitality which is the hallmark of this great city of Lahore. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I am pleased that Professor Dr. Asar Qadir has joined us on this venture. His notable research has extended the domain of knowledge. Since 2004, he is the appointed Distinguished National Professor of Higher Education Commission, Pakistan, and for his resourceful contributions has also been awarded with the civilian awards Hilal-e-Imtiaz and Sitara-e-Imtiaz. It is my pleasure to now invite him to share his wisdom with us.
Thank you very much. As always, it's a great pleasure to see the large number of people who are now in the field and to compare it with the number of people that there were when I started, namely one. So one can see some improvement. It's also a great pleasure always over here to see the very large number of female relativists, cosmologists, mathematicians, etc., which again, from the time when I come, they used to say that women can't do science, they can't do mathematics at all, and they're no good in these areas. And over here, it's always a pleasure to prove to the West that our women are doing well. They're doing very well and going on with what they should be doing. It's necessary that it should be an even population between females and males. Oddly enough, one found that at the highest level, there's discrimination against females the world over. And in particular in the field of relativity, astrophysics, cosmology, till very recently, there were no Nobel laureates in the field. A large number elsewhere but, of men, but no Nobel laureates among the females. Only this very last year did we get one. Despite the very large number of females who were contributing, in astrophysics in particular, there had been a lot of contributions which were regularly neglected, and that is internationally. I think we need to go on proving that our females can do as well as the females abroad once given a chance. I also would like to congratulate Shabir Sharif for having once again managed to hold the conference despite all the problems with COVID and currently dengue. But whatever, it's being managed very well as usual. I'm glad to see that people are now able to get back into the normal run of things after a long spell of being totally masked and you can't go do without. So it's a relief that in Pakistan we're doing a whole lot better than many other countries in the world. Finally, I'd like to say that's my 75th birthday picture. I suddenly seem to have aged a bit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the inspirational message. There is no doubt that our worthy Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Niaz Ahmed Akhtar, has improved the quality of education in this institution through his commitment and hard work. He established the Quality Management Division in Punjab University from scratch and was awarded the Civilian Award Sitara-e-Imtiaz for his meritorious work. Sir, I would now humbly request you to share your thoughts and views on this equation. Please, sir.
Thank you very much. Many congratulations to Professor Sharif and his team for organizing this wonderful event, conference. And I must apologize that the conference was delayed because of me. Otherwise, I think I received a message from the organizing committee that the hall is ready and the people are waiting. I was expecting that the Vice Chancellor is here and he will continue. I will join you in the middle or sometime. But I think grateful to you that you waited for me. But many apology from my side, especially to the foreign speakers who have been waiting, and my colleagues sitting in this hall, and my honorable students, faculty members who have been waiting. Dr. Sharif has been contacting me for this conference, I think, for the last few months, and he was trying his level best to collect good speakers, good papers from the international community as well as from the national research scholars. And I was pleased to listen that he received about 400 papers, and out of those 400, he selected 150. And of course, this is a continual phenomena in which you contact the researchers, you contact the different partners. I was also pleased to know that solid state physics, space science, high energy physics are the partner of this conference. This mathematics subjects, of course, especially this astronomy and astrophysics, this is the area of applied nature where the mathematicians developed the model and they study the astronomy, and finally they reach to a conclusion. As my area of specialization is engineering, therefore I always need the mathematician who have the basic concept along with the applied formulas who can solve our engineering problems. And I have been advocating for this mathematics even to medical graduates, and all the disciplines they need mathematics. Therefore, they don't need basic mathematics, they need applied nature mathematics. And therefore, it was also my wish that I should join this conference because it is of applied nature. However, the problem which we face in the engineering, I think I have been sharing with this Professor Sharif, that major issue we face in the engineering side, most of the students, they have the good rating, good grades in the engineering subjects, but when the portion of mathematics comes, their marks are very low. Because the employer, when they prepare any test, they prepare the test according to the nature of the issues the organization faces. But your teachers, luckily, I have seen few of the mathematicians who have the applied, very good, strong applied background, and when the issue is given to them, either it is a fluid flow, it is a computational fluid mechanics, or it is a fuel combustion, or it is the astronomy, or any area which you just name it, they are very good in those areas in their area of specialization. But maximum mathematicians, they go for the basic. If I ask them, this is the equation, please solve this differential equation, they solve it in no time. If I ask them, this is the double integration is required, yes, they can solve it. Even when we ask them go to the Laplace transform, yes, they are very good. But when we ask them this is the fluid, it is flowing, and develop the mathematical model on that, they are stopped over there. Where we need their expertise, the mathematician stops over there. Therefore, I will request you that this is the gap between the basic science or mathematical sciences with the engineering side where maximum mathematics is used. Even the medical doctor, we have recently allowed the medical graduates in the engineering side because the biosciences, bioengineering, biomedical, bioelectrical, these medical graduates, those who have the pre-medical at the inter level or A level, they are joining us in the engineering programs, but without mathematics. Therefore, I think the recommendation should go from this conference that it should be made mandatory, the mathematics at the FSc level, where the students, those who are studying the even pre-medical, if they know the mathematics, it will be good for them to study even the medical side as well. Because any of the medical doctor who knows about the mathematics, he is a good doctor as well. He can understand, he can make a good data in their medical discipline. Therefore, your subject is, of course, important for every discipline. And the only thing is the mathematics department or School of Mathematical Sciences, if they provide us the good mathematician with the applied fundamental knowledge. The last point which I will request the participants, I was asking Professor Sharif, he asked me this much fund is required, and we are organizing this event. Of course, when you are organizing a small event, you need money, but when this huge event is being organized, you need more money. So my only concern with Professor Sharif was, yes, you should have this international conference and you should have the continuity in your these conferences. I remember last time I participated in this conference, and that was also a good conference. Many international participants were there. And today even I can see many international speakers, participants are participating through online. So my point is, whatever you do, either it is basic sciences, basic mathematics, or it is applied mathematics, or it is a MPhil degree, or it is a PhD degree, or it is a undergrad program. What is the objective of doing that program? What is the objective of doing that degree? What you want to become? What will be the impact of your education or your study on the society? What will be your impact of your education in your discipline or in the applied discipline? It is not for the sake of that you are having this conference. Yes, it is a good platform to have this interaction with the researchers. It is very good. And you have the social network as well. You can develop your teams. You can have the giant research projects. You can have the research papers. It is excellent. And the internationalization will take place through this international event. But net impact in your discipline, net impact on the society, what is the outcome of this 5 days conference, and how I will look into that. This much hundreds of the scientists were there and they have resolved this issue. It should be the objective based, outcome based conference. What is the net outcome of this event? If you are doing this way, I will be very pleased. I will be very pleased to invest much more on these conferences. Yes, I believe, I am convinced that it has got the impact of having the giant meetings, giant conferences. Yes, it has got the impact. You are interacting with the international community. You are part of the international community, what you are doing, what the researchers are doing, in what part of the world, and you are discussing your research outcomes with the international speakers or the international community. That is fine. But as a administrator or the chief executive or an engineer, what is my expectation? Yes, you must have these events, but ultimate objective should be there, that we want to achieve these objectives through these conferences. If you have fixed those objectives and you are meeting those targets, I am ready to invest more. And please, some of my students are here, the postgraduate students are here. Whatever you are doing, what is your area of research, you are doing the PhD, why you have selected this area, why you are in this group. Yes, I know Dr. Sharif and his team, they have contributed in physics, in mathematics, in uplifting the ranking of the university, having the good research publications. Research productivity of this group is high, I appreciate. But okay, net impact on the society, net impact on your discipline, this is required. For example, I shared with you that I have got this feedback from my engineers that the engineers are very weak in mathematics. They are very good in mathematics, but when the engineers are saying, they are saying about the applied nature of the mathematics. Otherwise, you can solve the problems. If I gave you any of the problem, you can solve it. But again, that is based on the formula, the general equations are given, and you are ready to solve those problems. What I'm trying to say, that whatever you study, whatever the knowledge you have, you must have the skill to implement it, to apply your knowledge in the practical field. I'm sure the conference, you will meet for 5 days, and you have allocated certain groups. The sessions will be there. The international speakers will share their findings, and I believe that will be very useful in your mathematics field. And I appreciate once again, it is a difficult task even to organize a one-day event. Again, it is a 5 days event, and with all the international researchers are with you. I'm sure all the participants will get benefit from that. Thank you very much. Once again, many, many congratulations.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Now, to commemorate this occasion, I would request all of you to please join us in the ground of chemistry department, which will be followed by the tea break. The tea break has been arranged at the back of Al Razi Hall. Thank you so much.